Hello again, dear friends. Welcome to another Enlightening Moments by Plenitude. Before we start today, we would actually like to invite you to participate with us by liking our program, by writing comments, or even asking questions on subjects that you would like to discuss and share with us. It would be lovely to have you as part of the program because after all, the Enlightening Moments is actually designed and with you in our minds. In this time in which we cannot commute together, we can still connect together from home with our divine. So we would like to ask permission then to our mentors and our guardians to start today's task. We'll be having a glimpse of chapter 7 of both books, Our Daily Bread and the Gospel According to Spiritism. Chapter 7 of Our Daily Bread is entitled The Seed. When we sow, we do not plant the body that will be, but just the seed, perhaps of wheat or of something else. The words of the Apostle Paul, the first letter of Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 37. As we observe things within the tasks assigned to nature, the seed represents the sacred role of priestess of the service of the Creator and of life. As glorious heir to divine power, nature cooperates in the evolution of the world and silently transmits the sublime lesson full of infinite values to mankind. It wisely exemplifies the need for starting points, the just requirements for work, the proper places, and appropriate times. Some restless and insatiable individuals have yet to understand nature. They expect great accomplishments from one day to the next. They forcefully impose their tyrannical measures by the use of power, arms, or otherwise betray the profound laws of nature. They accelerate processes of ambition, establish transitory control, glorify themselves over fictitious conquests, become aggrandized, and fall without even succeeding in accomplishing any sanctified edification for themselves or for anyone else. They have not learned the lesson from the minuscule seed that provides wheat for the daily bread and guarantees life in all regions of planetary struggle. To know how to commence constitutes an important service. In the redeeming effort, it is necessary not to lose sight of the small possibilities, such as a gesture, a conversation, an hour, a phrase, which can be the instrument of glorious seeds for the immortal edification. Therefore, it is indispensable never to disregard them. And my friends, what sort of seeds are we to become? What are we growing to become? The thoughts that cross our minds in the daily events of life. What words do we profess? What actions do we exercise and exemplify daily? All this amounts to be a glorious seed, or perhaps, instead of wheat, a weed. Much for us to ponder upon. We're going to continue with chapter 7 of our Gospel According to Spiritism, entitled, Blessed are the Poor in Spirit. What should be understood by the words of poor in spirit? Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. These are the words of Jesus in the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 3. By the poor in spirit, Jesus did not mean those devoid of intelligence, but the humble, in as much as he said that the kingdom of heaven would be for them and not for the prideful. Men of knowledge and imagination, so called by the public conviction, generally hold such high opinions of themselves and their superiority, that they consider everything divine as being undeserving of their consideration. By concentrating all their attention upon themselves, they are then unable to lift up their eyes to God. This tendency to believe that they are superior to everything else very frequently leads them to deny anything which might be above them, even divinity itself, for fear it might be belittle them. If they do not admit the existence of the invisible world and of a superhuman power, it is not because it is beyond their capability, but because of their pride. Jesus teaches that no one will be admitted without simplicity of heart and humility of spirit, that the ignorant person who possesses these qualities will be preferred to the wise person who believes more in himself than in God. In all circumstances, Jesus puts humility into the category of virtues that bring humanity, near to God, and pride into the category of vices that keep humanity away from God. The reason for this is clear, for to be humble is an act of submission to God, whereas pride is a revolt against Him. How can we be and think of ourselves of being so grand that we do not admit and recognize we are sons and daughters of God? Who am I to think that I am so mighty and powerful, all intelligent and all merciful? No, I have much yet to learn, to share, because I am the daughter of our divine Father. We are all daughters, we are all brothers and sisters. Therefore, we shall all treat ourselves with that love that they expect. Jesus as our brother and God as our Father. Well, folks, now we come to the part in which we will be together exercising our brotherhood and praying and vibrating for all those in need. Let us position ourselves in a very comfortable manner. Let's calm our minds and let us focus. Focus in the breathing, the air that penetrates your lungs, that travels through your blood, through the body, and comes out. The air in which we're breathing that allows us to be alive is what we need to focus. Let us transform ourselves in this blessed breathing. And let's travel through the airs, touching, penetrating every soul, every body, every animal and plant that surrounds us with the breath of life, of health, of love, of sincere brotherhood to one another. Let's travel through all the lungs, all the minds, all the hearts of those who are sick, who are imprisoned, who are somehow in despair, sick of the mind or the soul, or even worse, sick of both. Let's bring that breath of life, of joy, and that recognition and certainty that we are all brothers and sisters, that our merciful and almighty Father is looking upon us. It's all going according to His plan, and together we will grow. Together we will reach Him, and together we will make Him proud of us. Let us think of our family, of our friends, and the ones who are distant to us, because they are also our brothers and sisters. We all deserve this breath of life that allows us every day to do a better task towards the good, towards love, towards our Father. We thank you for this opportunity, my dear friends, for vibrating for those all in need. And let us now receive a shower of positive vibrations that our guardians and our friends bathe us. Grant us this blessed fluidity of energy that will align our chakras, that will stabilize our biological functions, helping our body, stabilizing our emotions, that will keep us breathing this breath of life. And we come to the end, my friends, thanking you humbly with a heart full of joy for your participation, your vibration together. Yes, we are connected and we can make this world a much better place. Don't forget to like us on the bottom, write your comments, ask your questions, and we leave you with the promise that we shall see you once again in the Enlightening Moments by Plenitude next week. Thank you.